Three of the world's most dangerous leaders just walked side by side. And what happened next will change everything you thought you knew about global power. Because this isn't just diplomacy, this is conspiracy. September 3rd, 2025, Beijing, China. The 81st anniversary of World War II's end becomes the stage for something far more sinister. For the first time since the Cold War, the leaders of China, Russia, and North Korea stand together, not as separate nations, but as a unified force against the West. Xi Jinping, the man who controls 1.4 billion people. Vladimir Putin, the architect of Europe's bloodiest war in decades. And Kim Jong-un, the nuclear-armed hermit king. Together, they represent over 2 billion people and enough firepower to end civilization. This wasn't supposed to happen. For decades, these three powers have maintained careful distance, playing their own games of global chess. But something has changed. Something has forced them together. The optics alone are terrifying. State media from all three countries broadcast this image worldwide. Authoritarian unity. A message to democratic nations everywhere that the old world order is crumbling. And the timing? It's no coincidence. As Ukraine bleeds, as Taiwan tensions soar, as nuclear threats multiply, they choose now to stand as one. But the real bombshell came from Kim Jong-un's mouth. Quote, North Korea would fully support Russia's army as a fraternal duty. Not economic support, not diplomatic support, military support. This isn't rhetoric anymore. Intelligence estimates show 2,000 North Korean soldiers have already died fighting for Russia in Ukraine. And Kim just promised more. Much more. South Korean intelligence believes 6,000 more troops are coming. Kim Jong-un is turning the Ukraine conflict into World War III, one soldier at a time. Putin's response was equally chilling. He called their relationship special ones of trust, friendship, and alliance. Those aren't diplomatic pleasantries. They're declarations of war. Remember, these two men signed a mutual defense treaty last year. If either is attacked, the other must fight. Putin now has a nuclear-armed ally who's already proven willing to sacrifice his people for Russian ambitions. And Putin didn't just praise Kim, he praised North Korean soldiers dying in Ukrainian trenches. Heroes, he called them. Martyrs for the Russian cause. But here's where it gets truly bizarre. A hot microphone caught something extraordinary. Putin and Xi, walking side by side, weren't discussing tanks or missiles. They were talking about immortality. Quote, human organs can be continuously transplanted. The longer you live, the younger you become, and you can even achieve immortality. Xi responded, some predict humans may live to 150 years old this century. Two men with the blood of millions on their hands, casually discussing living forever. The implications are terrifying. Kim Jong-un's security measures revealed just how paranoid this regime truly is. After meeting Putin, North Korean staff meticulously wiped down every surface Kim had touched, every fingerprint erased, every trace eliminated. They cleaned chairs, tables, removed his drinking glass. Even his toilet was specially brought from North Korea to prevent foreign intelligence from analyzing his waste. This is a man so afraid of the world knowing his weaknesses that he travels with his own bathroom. Yet he's promising to send thousands more of his people to die in foreign wars. Xi Jinping didn't just host this meeting. He turned it into a military spectacular. 50,000 spectators watched hypersonic missiles, naval drones, and cutting-edge weapons roll through Tiananmen Square. The message was clear. China isn't just economically powerful anymore. It's militarily supreme. And those weapons weren't just for show. They were threats. Xi told the crowd the world faced a choice, peace or war. But with Putin and Kim at his side, which option do you think he's preparing for? This isn't just about military cooperation. Putin and Xi signed over 20 agreements covering everything from energy to artificial intelligence. They're building a new economic order designed to bypass Western systems entirely. The centerpiece? A massive new gas pipeline that will make Europe's energy dependence look like child's play. Russia's resources, China's manufacturing, North Korea's desperation. It's an axis of economic warfare. They're not just challenging Western military power. They're dismantling the entire global economic system that's existed since World War II. President Trump's reaction was swift and brutal. Quote, "Please give my warmest regards to Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un as you conspire against the United States of America." But Trump wasn't just angry about being excluded. He was furious that Xi's speech completely ignored America's role in defeating Japan in World War II. We helped China very, very much, Trump said. This is more than diplomatic slight. It's historical revisionism designed to erase American influence from the global narrative, and Trump knows exactly what that means. But here's the revelation that changes everything. This meeting in Beijing? It wasn't the beginning of their alliance. Intelligence sources now suggest they've been coordinating for years. The timing, the weapons shipments, the economic agreements, it was all planned. The hot mic conversation about immortality? That wasn't casual chat. These leaders genuinely believe they're building an empire that will last centuries. They're not just planning for the next war, they're planning for the next 100 years. We're not witnessing the birth of an alliance. We're witnessing the revelation of a conspiracy that's been operating in shadows while the world slept. The world changed on September 3rd, 2025, not because three leaders met, but because we finally saw what's been building in the darkness. The question now isn't whether this alliance will challenge the West. It's whether the West will rise to meet the challenge before it's too late. Democracy survived the Cold War because free people chose to fight for freedom. Now we face the same choice, but the stakes have never been higher. What do you think? Are we watching the birth of a new world war? Or is this just another diplomatic dance that will fade into history? Let me know in the comments below. Share this video if you think people need to understand what's really happening, and subscribe because this story is far from over. The alliance is real, the threat is growing, and the world will never be the same.